Did you guys ever have a thought like, wow, I really want to tell everybody about this? You know, one of those kinds of thoughts? Well, I think I just had one. This is about evolution and structuralism, and like how we do things in society on a structural basis. Like we follow certain guidelines and everything. And I'm going to tell you guys why, exactly why. If you watch one of my other videos, you know by now, I believe the information that I know and that I tell you guys isn't really mine. It's God giving me like knowledge down through my head and then out to the world. So a lot of times I have to like make a video or write it down really quick, or I forget it. I forget the idea, I forget the thought. But yeah, while I have you guys here, check it out. You know how like, especially like business, and I mean it's everything, I'm not just gonna isolate business, but in society, in today's society, 2012, today's, oh by the way, yeah, it's like the 8th of September, 2012. But anyway, everything has guidelines, you know what I mean? There's certain rules that you have to follow to do anything. Think about any example you want, school, driving, even buying food. You have to go to the store, pick what food you need, bring it to put it in your cart, and then pay for it. We don't barter anymore. We don't like use different. We only use cash money. You know what I mean? We don't barter. We don't trade items and stuff like that. I mean, some people do, but the majority don't. And the point is, you guys, think about living thousands of years ago. Pretend you're trying to like light a fire, right? And you're trying a million different ways to make a fire out of like, you know, sticks, and then one time it works. You're going to forget about every other time. Every other attempt that you did, you're going to discount all those times. You're going to say, no, I found a certain way that this works to make a fire, and I'm just going to stick with it. And you're going to look down upon anybody else that thinks differently because you know the one way to make that fire. Everyone else is going to try all these other ways and most likely not work because you've tried a lot of ways. So once they find that one thing, we want to be as efficient as possible. You're not going to try anything else. You're not going to try to waste your time tomorrow trying to make a fire a different way when you know it's going to work when you do it this way. You know what I mean? But now in today's society, you guys, we have technology. We have so many more people on Earth. We can just pick up a phone and call across the world in a second, you know? So now we're finding out that you can do the same thing. You can make that fire in different ways. We're finding out that you can do all these things that used to be so structured in different ways. And a lot of people, especially, I don't want to call them out, but like the older generation, you know, the older people, you know how you heard the phrase, it's kind of hard to teach an old dog new tricks, you know? I mean, it's possible, but it's hard because their brains are just formed, it's solid. Their brains have been like that for so long, thinking that it only works this one way. So when you come to them, you're like, hey, I know another way to make this work. They're not going to listen to you, not going to take you seriously at all, because they think they know the best way to do it. But we have time, we have so many resources, you guys, here in today's society. We can figure out millions of ways to do the exact same thing. And what's the most efficient? Nobody really knows yet. Perfect example, the sciences, the hard sciences like chemistry, biology, physics, and now psychology. Those used to be just isolated. Everybody, you know, you were a chemist, whatever, biologist, and psychologist. You did not talk to the other people in the other science fields. You just did your own things. Now we have technology where we can merge all of them together, like an fMRI machine, functional magnetic resonance imaging machine. That is using chemistry, physics, and your biology of the human, everything, and psychology of the mind, the brain. It's merging them all together, you guys. It's called an eclectic approach. You're taking a little bit of information from all these different sources, putting them together to come up with a big picture. I'm actually studying it right now in personal psychology. You guys can go look this up. General Systems Theory, GST. I mean, this is some really breaking edge, cutting stuff, you guys. Basically, General Systems Theory tries to find out what's in common with all the different sciences and all different systems, what all of them have in common. Because they do. Everything is a system. You can break almost anything down into a system. Your body, a car, a house, a university, a school. You can break everything down. Then you can go even micro. You can break down the body to muscle groups, to bones, to skin. You can break it down and you can go even bigger. You can go up into the cosmos, to the galaxies and stars. Guys, everything is a system. The whole point of this video is we don't need to be so structured anymore, okay? We have different ways of doing things. So when people tell you, especially in school, kids, guys, girls, When you think you know a different way to do a problem or solve something, go for it. Try it. Don't. You're gonna ask the teacher, and I've done it too millions of times. You say, "Why do we need to know it this way if you can do it this way?" They say, "Because that's the way it is in the book. You know, that's just the way we've done it. That's the way we do things." Realize when you hear that kind of talk, be like, "Yeah, just because we used to do one way back in the day doesn't mean it needs to stay that way now." And I'm kind of contradicting myself because I live my life as like a lion, you know, as an alpha male. So I treat women the way I think women should be treated, and I expect to be treated as a man. Not that it's degrading, but I treat them how they should be treated, in my opinion. And people say, "Matt, that's the way it used to be, but now it's not. So you have a double standard, like the way you live your life now." Because now women are getting jobs and doing all the stuff that men do, you know what I'm saying? So, what's up, Tweets? Chirping. Yeah, so I'm kind of hypocrite there, but I don't care. I like the way I live my life, and I'm not going to change. Alright, guys. Try things out in different ways. You see a problem, approach it from a different angle. Stand over here, look at it, then stand over here and look at it, and then like look down upon it. You know, look at everything from a different angle. Don't just have a freaking closed mind, man. Don't be like everybody else, okay? Alright, guys, take it easy. Peace.